Hi guys, I hope you had an amazing start to the new year. Today I wanted to speak about how to truly change and become unrecognizable and the strategies I have used for myself and I use with my clients. I'm sure we've all been in a place where we try things year after year after year. We try to be more healthier, save more money, set more boundaries, just go through changes to become a better person and become the person that we want to be. Yet something is stopping us from achieving that, and we tell ourselves, well, I'm probably just really lazy, inconsistent, or unproductive, or I've always been this way. It's never the answer. I've never had a client come to me and I thought, oh yeah, you're just lazy. Laziness or inconsistency is a result of something. It's not the root cause. Today I want to get into the root cause. What is causing laziness, inconsistency? What is preventing you from achieving your goals? I'm going to split the video in two sections. The first section is the inner work section, and the second part is practice. The reason I have both is because you can't just write down on a piece of paper, I'm gonna go to the gym 3 times a week, I'm gonna just eat organic, healthy meals, and it just magically happens. And at the same time, what maybe the rest of us do is we just meditate, we just journal, do a lot of inner work, we watch video after video after video, and yet nothing changes because we need both. We need to know what's going on internally, but also put our knowledge into practice and do things differently. Number one is facing the reality. We need to face the reality of who we are right now. We always think about how we want to become. I want to be more disciplined, I want to be more this, I want to be more that. What we need to look at is we need to face the reality of who we are right now. What aspects of myself, of my identity, do I not like? Is it over-explaining, always wanting to be right, people-pleasing tendencies, wanting to be liked by everyone, needing validation? Be honest with yourself. Before you even think about where to go and what to do and what to change, where am I right now? One of the reasons we stay the same year after year after year, nothing changes, is because we're in denial of who we are. Let's say if you care what other people think of you, what you tell yourself consciously is, I don't care. I don't care what anyone thinks of me. No, I actually don't care. Other people care much more. I'm good. That's what you're saying consciously. Subconsciously, all your actions are pointing towards the direction of I care. Everything you do, all your actions, the things you buy, the things you post, the way you speak, the way you carry yourself, the way you change based on the group you hang out with, all these things show that you care what other people think of you. That's why you're unable to set boundaries. That's why you're unable to say no. That's why you're still trapped in the good girl or nice guy syndrome, because you care. It doesn't matter how many times you tell yourself you don't, your actions are showing that you do. And the only way to change is to face the reality and admit to yourself, yes, I do care, because you can't change something that you're in denial of. Number 2 is it's not about doing things differently, it's about being different. The goals that you wrote down at the start of the year have nothing to do with doing things differently. That's what you think it's about. You think it's about getting up every morning and going to the gym. You do something differently. So instead of snoozing your alarm, you actually get up and go to the gym. It's not what you think it is. It is not about doing things differently, it's about being different. Even if you think about confidence, we don't say do things that are confident. We say being more confident, being more authentic, being more disciplined, being boundaried, being resilient. It's about who you are, not what you do. What you do is a result of who you are, and both impact each other. But in order to go to the root, we look at being differently, not doing things differently. The doing comes from the being. So in order to be more confident, you have to recognize and face the fact that right now there are things that are making you insecure. We have to be so honest and transparent with ourselves, and it's not easy. I know I struggled with the fact that I cared what other people think of me, and it was so hard to admit, especially because I've done inner work for years. I was already a therapist. After helping my clients go through things and telling them not to care what other people think of them and go into the depths of why they care, I had to sit down and admit to myself that I still care. I do care what others think of me. I do care how I'm perceived. And this is how it shows up in my life. What makes us think that writing down or having the intention of going to the gym is suddenly make us go to the gym? You first have to recognize what was holding me back from going to the gym, what was holding me back to be healthy. Again, not just go to the gym, but it's about being healthy. What stopped me from being boundaried? Just writing down setting boundaries in 2025 is not gonna magically make you get up one day and just have the confidence to set boundaries. No, what was holding you back from setting boundaries? Is it wanting to be liked by everyone? Is it wanting to be the good girl, the nice guy, wanting to please everyone? Is it the fear that if you set boundaries that other people will set boundaries with you? The opposite of being someone who is good with setting boundaries is a people pleaser. What's been making you be a people pleaser? Again, as you can see, it's all about being, not about doing things differently, not about I suddenly get up and just set boundaries. No. One of the things I've been wanting to do for a very long time, but I haven't, is come on YouTube. 8 years, I had this desire, this idea, and I've held myself back. I couldn't just get up and say, okay, this year I'm gonna just record YouTube videos. The things that I would tell myself is, I just need to read one more book, or I don't have the camera, I don't have the mic. I would come up with all these excuses. That was just the surface. When I went deeper and I looked at what is truly holding me back, other things came up. I don't know how to be or show up. That goes back to authenticity, not being able to be authentic. Scared of people who I know seeing my videos. That goes back to caring what other people think of me. I don't know what to speak about. Lack of self-trust. There are so many people who make such amazing videos and content who know better than me. Seeing myself as inferior to others. Scared of people disagreeing with me. Wanting to please everyone. What if people see my videos and laugh and think it's stupid? Wanting to be liked by everyone. It had nothing to do with the equipment, it had nothing to do with me being lazy, it had everything to do with what was going on internally for me. I couldn't change the doing until I faced the being. Can you see how sitting with the question of what has been holding me back from setting boundaries, posting videos, applying for the promotion, losing weight, being consistent, eating healthier, saving money, spending less? Can you see how when we sit with those questions, how much comes up and how much is being revealed to us? Just by doing this one practice, everything that's in your subconscious will come into your conscious. And again, you can't change something you're in denial of. If I kept telling myself, oh, it's just, I don't have the camera and I don't have the mic and I don't have this, I would just sit with that. Maybe years later I would buy a camera, buy a mic, and then it would still hold me back. And then I would say, well, I'm just lazy, or I'm just so busy. And I would never really go to the root of it. That is crucial. If you want to change, if you want to become unrecognizable, you have to. It's the fundamental, foundational question that you need to sit with. It's the first step. There's no other step. What's been holding me back? You not going to the gym or you keep snacking and eating unhealthily has nothing to do with you being lazy, has nothing to do with inconsistency, has nothing to do with you loving food. Absolutely not. That's just what you tell yourself. What is really going on? Hiding your insecurities doesn't make you more confident. It makes you good at hiding. If you were to look in a mirror and you would see something you don't like, grab a brush and cover it up with makeup. Would that fix the issue? Or for example, you see something about your body that you don't like and the first thing you do is wear shapewear. Okay, have you really solved the problem? Or have you just fixed it and covered it up? Are you now more confident because you've put makeup on and you're wearing shapewear? No, now you're just dependent on it. Now you always have to wear makeup to feel confident. You're hiding, it doesn't make you more confident. It just makes you good at hiding. So now you would think, maybe subconsciously even, I don't really need to go to the gym because I can just wear loose clothes. It's like a quick fix. Just wear loose clothes, just wear shapewear. Does that make you feel better? That might make you feel confident when you go outside, but what when you're home? Or when you just you with yourself and you're not wearing shapewear, you're not wearing makeup? Has that solved the issue? Or is that just a quick fix? Hiding or fixing prevents self-acceptance. Again, what does that look like when it comes to our being? You tell yourself, no, I don't care what other people think of me. No, I don't care about this person. No, I don't care how I'm being perceived. Yet everything you do says otherwise. Every subconscious act, what you do, how you behave, how you carry yourself, how you dress, is screaming, I care what other people think of me. So you telling yourself you don't is not solving it. It's just you hiding it. It's just you wearing makeup or shapewear or loose clothes. Similar to what I was telling myself. Oh, I don't have the camera, or I don't have the mic, or I don't have the equipment. Nothing to do with what was really going on, which takes me to the next point. It's not what you think it is. Being healthier, movement, nutrition. It's on our list every year because it's not something you achieve and then you just let go. It needs to be happening consistently. But you're not being able to even get there. You're not being able to live that healthy lifestyle. What part of you is benefiting from that? There's a part of you that benefits from where you are right now. I truly love this example. So I've been working with one of my clients for a few years now. She's someone who's always struggled with her weight from being a teenager up until in her mid-20s where she is now. She's always struggled with her weight. She literally tried out every single diet that I know of. I once asked her, I said, what part of you is benefiting from having that extra weight? Of course, first you think, I'm not benefiting, which is why I'm trying to lose it. The reason you're not losing it is because a part of you is benefiting from it. This is where we landed. Number one, she's someone who doesn't like attention. Having extra weight on is helping her with that. Number two, going to food for comfort. She's someone who, like maybe a lot of us, maybe even all of us, we don't love uncomfortable emotions. But she really disliked it so much that she would just say everything is fine. Even in therapy sessions, she would just like, yeah, everything is fine, like everything is good. Because it was hard for her to go to uncomfortable places, to go deep down and say, actually, X, Y, and Z is happening. This is how I'm really feeling. And when things weren't fine, she would just grab a pack of crisps. She was benefiting from that. She didn't have to sit with her emotions. She would just go to food for that. Why would she want to lose weight? The third thing that came up is she had a dynamic with a family member, a parent, where that person was always very critical towards her. From her childhood, this person would criticize her for her weight, for her looks. We all know, I believe by now, that we are drawn towards familiar and repulsed and uncomfortable with what's unfamiliar, even though the unfamiliar thing might be a positive thing. In this case, she was more familiar with the criticism of that parent than being complimented. So whenever she would lose a bit of weight, that parent would come and compliment her, and she would feel so, as she would describe, just uncomfortable because it was so unfamiliar, and she would feel disgusted and she wouldn't even know what to say. Again, she would self-sabotage and go back to her normal weight. When that family member, when that parent would criticize her, she would tell me, I'm fine with them criticizing me. I just think, oh, here we go again, whatever. Typical. But when that person would compliment me, I would be just so confused and lost and wouldn't know what to say. It would feel just so uncomfortable. And the dynamic we had for 20-something years would be disrupted, and that was just too unfamiliar and too uncomfortable. These are all the things she was benefiting from having that extra weight. Family dynamic, not receiving unwanted attention, using food as comfort. Once we've started doing the inner work, she would sit with the uncomfort. We would speak about why it is difficult to receive compliments, why it is difficult to receive attention, what it would mean if the family dynamic would have changed. And as we've been working through all of this, it was just so mind-blowing to me, because one day she just looked so different. And I said, but what happened? We didn't speak about you being on a diet recently. And she said, it wasn't even the diet for me anymore. It wasn't even about losing weight. I just wanted to be more healthy. The weight loss just came as a bonus. As working on the things that she was benefiting from subconsciously from having the extra weight, her now focusing on her health and as a result lose a lot of weight, that just came naturally. It didn't take any willpower or effort. All she cared about is just being healthy. Another example I have on this is I was speaking to a different client last week. She was saying, everyone, very key point, if you feel like everyone or something is happening all the time, it's not everyone, it's not external, it's you. She was saying, everyone sees me as cute, everyone is trying to tell me what to do, everyone kind of sees me as helpless, which is why they're trying to tell me what to do, because they feel like I don't know. Why is that? How can I change that? She even told me, she said, I met someone the other day, that person was younger than me. I just went out for the first time and she said to me, oh, you're so cute. Like I was younger than her, or I was a baby. Interesting, right? She said, I took my bag to go to the bathroom and that person said to me, oh, why are you taking your bag with you? Do you need your bag? Same person who told her she's cute and who's younger than her was trying to help her. You don't need to take your bag to the bathroom. Why are you taking your bag? Do you really need it? Why does she keep experiencing the same thing? Even other examples, someone else would tell her, why are you wearing makeup? Oh, I think you should live here. Oh, I think you should do this. I think that's what you should spend your money on. I think that's what you should do as a career. Why is everyone trying to tell her what to do? Is everyone so mean and controlling? Or is it something that she's projecting? People would treat her like she's this helpless, cute little girl who they want to save and tell her what to do, even though she's a woman. And I said to her, how are you benefiting from this? How are you benefiting from being this cute little helpless girl, even though you're not? She said, when I'm being perceived as helpless, when I'm this cute, helpless little girl, people try to look after me. I trust other people more than myself because I don't have self-trust. I think people know better than me, so I benefit from them giving me guidance. She had quite a controlling parent, so she's recreating that dynamic by projecting that to a point where even girls who are so much younger than her tell her she's so cute and tell her what to do. What you're projecting externally is what people are seeing. Now we're going to the practical part. First section, inner work. Once you've done that, you can't just sit with that. You also need to do something differently. Being and doing is connected. First foundational part is being different. Why am I the way I am? What do I not like about myself? How am I benefiting from it? Second part, now that I've tackled the foundational part, what can I do differently right now? Because inner work takes time. We're not going to just wait. While we do the inner work, we also implement steps. One thing I have to say is I've truly struggled with this for years. I would go as far as to say that 2024 has been the first year where I've achieved my goals. Before that, for years, I would write them down and I would not be where I would want to be because I didn't have the tools that I have now that I'm giving you, so you don't have to keep doing it. I would watch videos from 15, 16, be on YouTube and see what I could do differently. But the advice that I would receive was just so, and the advice that is out there, thank God not so much now, was just very practical. How to be consistent, why you have to be consistent. We all know why it's important to be consistent. We all know why it's important to be healthy. But we need to know what is stopping us from achieving that. I've struggled with this for years and I always thought I was lazy. I truly could not keep one job because anything that required some sort of structure, routine, discipline, consistency, I couldn't keep. I truly struggled with it. Imagine everyone just would have a 9 to 5 and they would all go to work and I just couldn't. It just felt like the most difficult thing ever. I remember even up until a few years ago, I would literally cry myself to sleep because I wouldn't want to wake up and go to work. And yet I was able, with everything that I was struggling with, I was able to build my own business to a point where I truly only work 10 to 15 hours a week and I make more money than I've ever made. And now I'm starting my second business because it wasn't about me being lazy. It was about finding things that would actually help me. I didn't have that advice and that's why it took me so long, which is why I hope that this is helping you. And these are the advice that I'll give you, the practical advice I give you are laziness proof. So no matter how lazy you think you are, which doesn't even exist because laziness is just a result of what's going on inside. No matter how lazy you think you are, this will help you. If you combine the inner work with the practice, I promise you it will change your life. If you do all of this and nothing changes, you can come back to me and I'll give you a free session. I promise you. But you have to promise me to implement those things. First step that has truly changed my life and anyone can do. Being really important. Being and feeling put together is so much more than just appearance. There is research that shows that hygiene and grooming habits reduce depressive symptoms massively. And the first symptoms of depression are neglecting your appearance and your hygiene. If it has such a big impact on depression, how much more will it impact how you feel, how you carry yourself, what you do in your day, your productivity. So what I'm asking you to do here is every morning get up, have a shower, get ready. Even if you're someone who works from home like I do, get ready like you're going out if you're someone who works from home. And if you're someone who works from the office, get ready where you feel your best self, you feel confident, you feel like the person that you want to be. And we always think about it as like wearing like loads of makeup and doing your hair and like doing something crazy. No, just whatever makes you feel good. I work from home, so I would always be in my sweatpants and my joggers. Once I started getting ready for the day, like I would leave the house and I would feel good. It just changed my productivity. I didn't feel as lethargic. I didn't feel like I could just lounge on the couch or on the bed. I would like get shit done because I was dressed like I was gonna get shit done. Dress for your dream job. Dress as if you already have your dream job. That's what I'm asking you to do. Because when you dress your best, you feel your best. When you feel your best, you are your best. I know I just quoted research, but I feel like we don't even need research for this. You are your own research. I'm sure you had days where you dressed up, you did your hair, you did your makeup. If you're a guy, you just felt really good, you put effort into what you wore. And it really changed how you felt that day. It really changed how you carried yourself. It really changed your confidence. And there are probably days where you rushed out of the house, you don't feel your best, you almost feel like you want to hide and you hope no one that you know sees you. How you look impacts how you feel, and how you feel impacts how you think, how you act, how you carry yourself, how you are. It makes such a big impact, and especially as women, even as men, that's fun to us. Dressing up is fun to us. Who doesn't want to feel good? Why wouldn't you do that for yourself? Today is the special occasion. Being alive is the special occasion. Tomorrow isn't guaranteed. The main reason we do the things we do, meditating, journaling, is because it makes us feel good. So why not look after ourselves so we carry ourselves accordingly? Why not feel good through our appearance? It has nothing to do with being superficial. If you think that's superficial, then be superficial. But you just meditating, but then leaving the house like you want to hide, what's the point? It's almost counterproductive. If you do put so much work into your inner work and you try to do things right and you try to grow and be a better person and be the person that you look up to and be your dream woman or your dream man, why not do that with your appearance? I just want to clarify that I'm not talking about plastic surgery or getting fillers. In fact, I don't have the best experience with that myself. I unfortunately come from a culture that is superficial. A culture where if I didn't like something about myself, I remember I was like 17. I went shopping with my mom and I think it was either my sister or my auntie. In those fitting rooms, you have mirrors behind you and on the sides. So for the first time, I could see my profile without having to like tilt my head or like move my head, so I could just like look straight and see my profile. And I remember saying to my mom, I was like, oh my god, my nose is so big. And coming from the culture that we come from, my mom said, don't worry, once you turn 18, we'll get you a nose job. And we did. I never learned self-acceptance because of that. We need to learn self-acceptance, and at the same time we can use the tools available to us that don't cause harm to us to feel and look better. To look and feel better. Number 2 is habit stacking. Habit stacking has truly changed my life. As someone who feels overwhelmed quite easily, I don't really see myself as a type A personality. I'm not the firstborn daughter, I'm the secondborn. And I am so type B. I am so chilled, I'm so laid back. And habit stacking has really helped me to still get things done while being in my feminine energy, while not being super masculine and in survival mode. Habit stacking is combining a new habit to something that you're already doing, an already existing habit. For example, I always wanted to meditate. 2024 was a time where I was able to meditate consistently for an hour a day. Right now I have other priorities, so I reduced it to 20 minutes. But instead of trying to find some 20 minutes in my day, I just do it straight after I wake up, open my eyes, I sit up, because if you want to meditate, best meditation is to sit up as soon as you wake up. As I was in bed already, I just put my headphones in and did my 20-minute meditation. Easy. Doesn't take any willpower, doesn't take any effort. Second thing is, I learned about epigenetics last year and I know the importance of having a high protein breakfast. So while my breakfast is cooking, I'm not just going to sit there and wait for my breakfast to cook or be on my phone. No, I'll do my 5-minute mirror work. If you want to know more about this, I can link my Instagram reel to this, hopefully, so you can see it. Then my breakfast is ready. Instead of just having my breakfast and being on my phone, I have my gratitude journal next to me and just fill it out while I have my breakfast. It's something that I'm already doing, have breakfast. Having it next to me and filling it out is the new habit that I'm stacking to an existing habit. And because it's something I'm already doing, just filling out the gratitude journal doesn't feel like extra effort. I don't have to think, oh no, I have to fill out my gratitude journal, I have to sit down. No, because I'm already sitting down having my breakfast. Then I go for a walk because I know the importance of getting sunlight in. I know the importance of movement. And I also want to make reading a priority. So why not combine all of these things together? I already go for a walk ride, so I go first thing in the morning, so it helps me to get my sunlight in the morning. I also listen to my audiobook. All the things that I just mentioned take an hour to an hour and a half, and I just do it first thing in the morning. It's so much easier to stack my new habits on top of my existing ones because there are things that I'm already doing, than to then find time throughout the day. And it really changed my life because before I felt like it would take so much willpower and effort to get things done. Number 3 is priorities. Whether it's your priorities in what you want to do today and what you want to achieve today, or whether it's your priorities in what you want to achieve this year. If you have a priority, if your main priority this year is to save money, you're probably not also going to think about how to travel to a new country every month because your priorities are clashing. If your priority this year is to set up a business, you're probably also not gonna have as a priority to meet up with your friends once a week and see your family once a week because you need to focus on your priority, which is your business, let's say in this example. And you can't have 5 priorities. You can have 1 or 2 max. Once that is done, once that becomes a habit or you've achieved it, then you can move on to the next. Just like lifestyle, it's not about having a diet or working out. It's about it being your lifestyle. It's about being healthy, not doing things. So once eating healthily and working out is so second nature to you that it doesn't feel like any effort, then you can go to your next priority. And implementing that has truly helped me with how I feel throughout the day, because before I would have 5 priorities in the day. How is that possible? One thing at a time. And it's the worst thing for your self-esteem when you have so many priorities and so many goals and you feel like you're not achieving any of them. I can't think of anything that's more detrimental to your self-worth and your self-esteem than not being able to do the things that you tell yourself you will do. It does wonders for your self-esteem if you only have one priority and you achieve that and move on to the next. Number 4 is use reward to stick to your habits. And that also connects to priorities. Just to give an example, last year, health was my main priority. I learned about epigenetics, that's why my high protein breakfast and everything that I'm doing right now, I went gluten-free, dairy-free, grain-free. My friends ask me like, what the hell do you eat? Protein and veggies. But that was my priority. And then I also wanted to get rid of everything caffeine related. I stopped having coffee, and then once I achieved that, I was like, okay, let me go to the next thing, which is stop having matcha every day, because I got rid of the coffee addiction, but now I'm hooked on matcha. Let me work on that. This year, it has changed. This year, my diet is still the same because it's not a diet anymore for me. It's part of my lifestyle. However, I use matcha as a reward to stick to my morning routine. So I have a matcha after I do all of these things, and as I'm going on a walk, I have a matcha in my hand. Once my morning routine comes second nature to me, maybe the next thing is not having a matcha every day, challenging myself in a new way. It all makes it worth it, it all makes it fun. So use reward to your advantage. I really hope you loved this video. I really hope it was helpful. I would so appreciate if you let me know in the comments what you found the most helpful, or maybe what you struggle with, what's something that you're going to implement. I would love to chat with you in the comments, and I'll see you next time.